Last night I tuned into a new episode of The Boardroom from our good friend Wix the Board. I don't know him personally, but um, if he would see this, I'd think it'd be funny. But to get into the point of it, he usually discusses the state of affairs between men and women and relationships. And uh, this latest video he covered, this woman was saying, "Oh, I'm getting ready to go on a date. I'm so excited." The first thing she says about this man is he's a 6'4" doctor. And this is an extremely BP phenomenon. This is stuff like this is why guys have quit. And even then, she freaked out because he got more stuff than her, and he wanted to pay for his stuff, which cost more money than her, and she did not want to pay for her stuff. And he asked that she pay for herself. He didn't say 50-50, because 50-50 would mean she'd be paying some of his tab because it was more expensive than hers. And the real issue here is, right, this is going to be a mishmash of a lot of me using dialogue from a lot of different content creators. No Roads Left always says Voldemorts. And as you can tell by what I'm going to say here, the Voldemorts, when they go out in public, and he calls them that because they're that which shall not be named in the YouTube algorithm. Voldemorts are, some other guy said, G-Man, are like the T-800. Meaning, if you've seen Terminator 2, he has, the red screen with the scanner, and the reticle moves all across the screen. So when Voldemorts see you, as per what this guy is saying, they scan, they go, scanning, 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 target acquired. And then it goes on to a guy, and then it goes, height, 5'10", career, retail, weight, 137 pounds, build, scrawny, status, not a match. That's what happens within 3 seconds of them seeing you. And then they will continue scanning, and they will scan, and they will keep going, and they will, they'll go scanning, height, 6 foot, not enough, career, construction, salary, 65,000, weight, 6 foot, 230 pounds, status, not a match. And that's what they do every time. So the Voldemorts see you, and that's how they articulate in their brain within 3 seconds of figuring out if you're going to be their guy or not. I guarantee you women see that I have a shaved head, and they just go, goodbye, done. Or they hear that I'm a conservative, or that I'm a Christian. Goodbye, done. I had a friend from work, I've said this many, many times, but maybe we'll get new viewers on this video. I had a friend from work who I asked her, I said, because she wanted to keep me around in the friend zone and I didn't fall for it. I said to her, because I was never into her, but she thought I was. Anyway, excuse my stuffiness, allergies. She said, I said to her, do you have any friends that you would possibly introduce to me? And she said, no. I said, you don't have any friends, like, at all? What? And she said, no, you're just a Christian. So I would not introduce you to my friends because we don't like Christians. Crazy, bro. But if a dude said that to a woman, this would be national news. I'm just saying, bro. Everyone would be freaking out. Everybody would be like, what? What? He said what? But since it was a girl, whatever. Who cares? Anyway. That's literally how it is now, though. The first thing women see about you is your physical appearance. It's always been that way. And your job. It's always been that way. But as a man, hearing this stuff is so... this is why inkwells are made. Because they go, well, I'm 5'7", hypothetically, the inkwell goes, I'm 5'7". I do not have the genetic potential to have a lot of muscle mass, so then that's double negative, and I'm not very skilled, so I can only get low tier jobs. So he's short, not in shape, and he does not have money. This guy is 0 for 3, bro. He's 0 for 3. He's not getting anything. I mean, let's just keep it a stack with you. If you're literally 0 for 3, you're short, you're not jacked, you're out of shape, whatever, and you don't have money, it's 0 for 3. You're getting nothing, bro. You're getting nothing, which is why I'm thankful that I'm at least an inch above average height. I'm 5'10". So at least I have a chance, and I have a decent potential for the F-boy physique, whatever women like, I guess is that one, is what they would call it, where you're strong and you're lean. So I have decent potential for that physique. I don't get bulky at all. I'm 5'10", 157 at my heaviest. Yeah, maybe the most I could do is like get the beard lined up a little more. I don't know. I have a head shape that doesn't really like having a full beard because it makes my bottom part of my face kind of like stick out unnaturally in this direction. Anyway, but this is just it's so, demoralizing hearing this, because like the main thing every woman says, okay, let me word it like this. When a girl says to her friends, I met a new guy, and the women always say, what does he do? What does he do? And then as a dude, if you say, yo guys, I'm talking to this new girl, they always say, send me a picture, or what does she look like, or any of that stuff. Because to women, it's all a status game, right? And to men, it's all a looks game, right? That's just the way things are. And people act like, no, that's not true, that's not true. This is human biology at this point, okay? Women are, I wouldn't say they're attracted to money, they're attracted to attractive guys who have money. There you go. Because Jeff Bezos is not getting it, bro. I'm sorry, he's bald, he's old, and he's rich. So he's 1 for 3. He's not in good shape either, okay? So guess what? His wife divorced him and got half of Amazon. Insane, right? Anyway, or half of the net worth of Amazon at the time. Absolutely bananas to me that's even happening to people. But it's just the way things are going. It makes total sense why a lot of people are just opting out. Like I think that in the future, as soon as like artificial eggs are available, that's how people are going to be born. From that point on, that's how people are going to get born. I don't think human beings are going to continue spawning children, because just the nature of the current world and the nature of the way things are going. Obviously, as a Christian man, I want people to have kids the way God intended, but it seems like everyone's opting out of that because the stress, the anxiety, the fact, I've seen it in movies. It's been plot points in movies. I forget what it was. It was the guy that played Kylo Ren, and he was in some movie and he was like talking to his wife or girlfriend in the film, and she told him that she aborted their baby, and he was like, you didn't tell me anything. And she was like, well, I didn't think I had to. It's my body. And he's like, that's literally my son or my daughter in there. And he said, what was the gender? And she was like, oh, it's just a clump of cells, and it didn't have any. And he like starts throwing shit over, dude. He takes the countertop and he just pushes everything off. He's like, this is sick, this is evil. That's how all men feel about it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Is the second you think that you're going to have a child, you get kind of hopeful for the world, right? Because you're like, man, maybe I can really like kind of fix my little world and make it good for my child. And then the woman just wipes the slate clean. You get no say in it. And that's why a lot of dudes, especially traditional dudes, are not out here doing this shit. We're not out here doing this shit. Because I could have had a child. Year and a half ago, I could have had a child. I practiced safe sex, and I did what I was supposed to do But if I were to have planted the seed, I would have wanted to raise the child, as did my girlfriend at the time. And many women are not like that. They're, oh well, I don't want to not be free in my 20s. I'm aborting the child. And that's just doesn't sit right with me. Doesn't sit right with me. Because here's my thing: if abortion should not be a thing that happens all the time. I know this is like kind of related to the video, and this is showing why guys are opting out. If you're using abortion as a contraceptive, you're an evil motherfucker. You got something wrong with you. Because there are so many steps to before you have to go get the abortion. There's the rep, there's the pill, there's the morning after, there's the thing that the dam, I think it's called. There's so many of these things that get prevented before it happens. So why are you getting to the point where it happens and then cutting it short? A lot of women are fine with that. And a lot of dudes are not fine with that. And that's why we're having problems. Again. But like, to sum up, as a man, you're nothing but your career, your status, your height, your physique. And if you don't have it, just give up. You might as well just give up. That's what I'm saying, and that's what the point is. But here's the thing, if a woman is after you just because of those things, she don't deserve you anyway. Because women aren't sitting here saying, oh, well, he could help me reconnect with my family. He could help me get closer to God. He could help me do this. He could help me get back in shape. He could help me, learn a new skill. They go, oh, is he tall? And is his